something so improbable, the impossible has happened.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow! In your life have you seen anything like that?
Hey DJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler, and this is Chandler With Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all-crazy sports newscast.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler With Sports, and this is the Sport Report.
Chandler With Sports is how he wants to go. With is his middle name, Sports his last name.
At the Sport Report, we pride ourselves on
neutral,
down the middle coverage
with an analytical spin.
We remove the bias so you can think about a team without any outside opinion.
No crazy points for attention.
No power rankings.
No opinions.
Just sports.
We're going to throw out the bias and throw in some facts. We're out to change the game. So without further ado,
here we go. Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler With Sports. This is the Sport Report. Here's another edition of March Madness on the Steffan Tubbs Show in Denver. Talk college basketball.
Hit it. He's been itching in here to do it. Let's see if I hear anything. Wait a minute. What? I thought we were doing March Madness. Wait a minute here.
We are. I just, a friend of the program, Mark Johnson, goes, you need to play San Diego Superchargers on the air.
There's no better. Up, hit it. This is the best. This is the best sports theme song ever. Without playing. Just a little disco here. We've been to one Super Bowl, and now my team's on loan to L.A. Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow, Wes Chandler. Hashtag We Are Not a Sports Show. We got to hit the chorus in 3, 2, 1. All right. You don't have to turn it up. Hi, Chandler.
Hi, Steffan. I'll tell you what, that makes my day. Thanks to Leroy for putting that up.
Thank you, Leroy. DJ Leroy's, he's spinning all the tunes in there.
That was awesome. And now on to the official business that we have going on.
I don't know if he has that music, but I got my bracket out here.
We have the music. It's the there it is. The best tunes of the sports year. Welcome to March Madness. It's Jim Nance's final year covering March Madness.
Is it really?
Yes, so Iron Eagle's going to take over for him in 2024.
Iron Eagle's great.
I love Iron Eagle. But,
you know who else is another man crush broadcast is Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan. Oh,
he called my Aztecs Mountain West champs.
Mountain West champs and the 5 seed. We'll get to them. I got some stats for you on that.
Bring it. Let's just we do this once a year. By the way, I've looked at my bracket. Let's see, and now exactly one time.
I have looked at it exactly
442 times in the last hour.
Give me 2 hours.
Maybe. All right, so number 1 seeds, we got to get to them. Alabama, Purdue, Kansas, and Houston, 31-3. What a heck of a year.
And Houston being the number 2 overall seed, they're number 1 in their region over Kansas, sparked a lot of debate. Something to note, we were talking about Jim Nance. He went to school at Houston. Mm-hmm. This is the 40-year anniversary of Phi Slamma Jamma, Kelvin Sampson, all of them.
Wow, that makes me feel really old.
And it's his final year covering the tournament, so what if Houston goes to the Final Four? Houston, man,
hello,
in
friends.
Houston. The Final Four is in Houston this year.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance here, live from the whatever arena we're in here in Houston, the land down under.
The land down under.
Well, they're like
dome.
6 feet under in terms of elevation.
I know. Okay. It's kind of cool.
I just have to bring some facts to the table here.
I know. What other facts you got?
San Diego State, they are a 5 seed in the top left region of your bracket, the South region. In the previous 2 occasions that San Diego State was a 5 seed or better, 2011 and 2014, they made it to the Sweet 16. And they lost. But they made it to the Sweet 16.
Know. You know what killed me?
What?
Was that COVID loss. The tournament loss. Boy, that team was stacked for the Aztecs. Oh, my God. I think they went to the Final Four.
I had San Diego State, Dayton, Louisville, and, oh, goodness gracious, I can't remember who the 4th team was. Duke. But in that year, that would have been my Final Four picks.
No, they were that. It was such inside basketball, but Steve Fisher was still the coach, and
now we're starting to feel a little bit old here, Steffan.
I know. I think Fish was still the coach, and
Kansas was the 4th number 1 team.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay, so a lot of people. We take a bigger picture on this.
Yes.
people that have zero interest in college basketball at any other time of the year for the next 2.5 weeks or so. I mean, and it starts we've got great games right here in our own backyard. It starts on, I know the playing games on Wednesday.
Tuesday, tomorrow and Wednesday are the playing games.
But Thursday, boom.
Thursday they're in 4 sites in Orlando and Sacramento, as well as, goodness gracious, I lost my notes for a brief moment.
I don't
in time.
believe it.
Birmingham, Des Moines, Orlando, and Sacramento on Thursday and Saturday, and on Friday and Sunday, Columbus, Albany, Greensboro, North Carolina. And they're coming to the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado.
Good teams, too. Talk about those.
Very good teams. Well, Denver's got 2 regionals out of 2 pods, as they call them. In those pods, there are 8 different teams that could come to this regional and are going to come to this regional. Creighton's going to take on NC State in the 6-11 matchup in the South region.
I'm going Creighton.
I am going Creighton as well. Baylor's going to take on the Gauchos of University of Cal Santa Barbara. So you got a Cal team.
UCSB.
But you're an SLO guy.
I'm a Cal Poly guy. We made it to the dance once. I think we made it because we is it Big Sky? No, what is their division out there?
Big West?
Big West,
yes.
Maybe. Yeah, and they were like 14-19, but they won the Big West tourney, so we got killed. We got killed like by 40 points. My alma mater.
Hey, you made it to the big dance.
We can say that.
That is true. 300 teams can't say that in a given year.
So UCSB plays. Who am I looking at? Baylor. Oh, come on now.
3v14 right there. Baylor, come on, the Bears.
All right, we got to get to it because it was, when was it, a couple of years ago when we were like, well, someday a 16 is going to be the number one.
The year was 2018. It was our first year on the air. I think we have the clip.
Do we just play it?
Let's just play it.
All right, this is going back in the
time capsule.
Time capsule here.
Virginia doesn't play good offense. Their defense is the best in the country.
They've got the best defense in the country. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can stop them.
What is UMBC?
University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Okay, they're not going to win. They're
no.
16
has never beaten a 1.
16 has never beaten a 1, and you're smart, and I know enough about sports. That's going to happen someday.
It will happen someday.
It won't happen in the South bracket.
It will
in the
not
South
happen.
region.
It will not happen in any of these 4 regions this year.
Yeah.
Shock and awe in college basketball. UMBC makes history in Charlotte.
Whoops.
Yikes.
I thought UMBC was a bank.
Okay.
See, friends, we told you it wasn't all about sports. Come on now.
It's been 5 years since we did that on our first show doing that.
Yes.
And I actually had to Google what UMBC stood for live on air. I'm not kidding.
Do you remember now?
University of Maryland, Baltimore County, the Retrievers. Come on.
Have they made it back since?
They've been back, I think, once or twice since.
Whatever.
But they're not the same.
What other kind of useless trivia can we talk about as the 2023 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship, the March Madness, and they trademarked that, of course.
Yep.
What other bits of info do we need to know?
Well, let's pick a region. We'll start with a region. We haven't really gone through anything yet. You pick a region, and we'll start there.
Let's go to the East region.
All right, so the East region is the bottom left quadrant. It is home to the 4th overall seed. The number 1 in that region is the Purdue Boilermakers. They have not been a number 1 seed since 1996. Steffan, do you remember what you were doing in 1996?
Yes, I was working at Devil Radio.
Okay.
Making...
I was not born.
Not a lot.
I was not born yet.
Wait.
I was 3 years away from being born.
One of the many reasons I hate you. So, okay, let me just pick a game here.
Go for it. Oh, Duke's in that region, too. We should talk about the Dukies.
Oh, really?
Title picks. I have Duke playing Arizona. Duke's going to win it all.
We planned this for 51 weeks and you pick Duke? Don't pick Duke. If you're at your bracket right now, I'm going to speak for the brother. Don't pick Duke.
I'm gonna edit a clip together for both of you, so when I come back in 3 weeks for the Final Four, I'm just gonna play that over the system.
And you can cancel those early retirement plans for Coach K as the Blue Devils are bound for the Big Easy.
So you were saying?
I'm wrong as usual. Now, real quick, can I share what you shared with me off the air?
Please.
About you do listen, you're a savant. You are.
Well,
you're awesome. I love you.
I love you too. I
You're
appreciate
great. I appreciate you. We talk once a year, and That was with Blake Olson, by the way.
I love King. I miss King. I wish he'd call in.
He's the best. It's not Wednesday yet. But we got to take a break coming up, but we'll finish the frivolity. I totally lost my train of thought, to be quite honest.
You were talking about Dukies and what I shared with you off air.
Oh, you've done very well in tournaments. You used to fill out brackets for like your parents' friends and stuff.
Yeah, I used to fill out on average 150 brackets a year and grade them with highlighters, every single one of them, and calculate the scores of them into my spreadsheet.
You may have a problem.
I think I do.
But you were sharing with me off the air, you actually got kicked out of a bracket?
I got kicked out of a bracket pool this year. I got a text message this morning. I said, I'm going to run a pool this year like I always do. It's my 11th year running one. And I was trying to get into another pool, and one of my buddies texted me, and he goes, we took a vote. There's like probably 12 of us. He goes, you're not welcome back this year. I'm the 10-time defending champion in the pool. They took a vote without me knowing about it, and I was unanimously voted out of the pool this morning.
That really stinks.
I'm the eternal. They told me you are the eternal champion. Now, I try to be humble, but really, you want to float my ego? Like, you want to inflate it? Come on now. I don't want that.
I think it's probably for the best. We wrap up the program as we continue with Hello, friends. Jim Nance here. Not talking Augusta. We are talking March. Augusta's right around the corner, by the way. Yes, it is.
It is. It is the week after the national championship from April 6th to April 9th.
Love it. Chandler With Sports is here, and it's our annual March Madness, looking at your brackets. So let's get into it, because in all seriousness, I'm going to be at least attempting to be more mature in our final moments here. That'll be tough. So some people may really be hanging on at least every fourth word. So do we just go straight? No, we're not going to go straight to the Final Four.
No. We did that one year, and we both regretted that decision.
We did. So we've talked a little about the Aztecs, number 5 seed in the South. We haven't talked really about the West. Is Kansas as good as they've been in the past?
They are. They had a lot of roster turnover. They remind me a lot of a 2017 Villanova team that won They won the national championship in 2016, Villanova did. They came out in 2017, and they lost to an 8-seeded Wisconsin team that went on to the Elite Eight.
You know who I don't like? I'm going to take, in the West, I'm going to pick an upset.
Whoa.
I'm taking Boise State over UCLA.
You're taking
Boise State over UCLA. UCLA, I think, is smoke and mirrors.
UCLA is my national championship pick. You laughed at Duke last year.
If we have to.
I'm just saying.
UCLA, you've got UCLA winning?
I've got UCLA.
I didn't know this.
Well, he did not know this. I haven't even told anybody my picks yet.
We got 3 minutes, so we better hurry up.
So let's go to the South.
I'm taking
region.
Boise State in an upset.
You know what? We'll start in the West. Bottom right quadrant. Kansas, St. Mary's, and UConn are dangerous teams out of that top half. TCU. Watch out for TCU. I did.
No.
I did. I think Iona could pull the upset, but don't bank on it. TCU, Gonzaga, Northwestern, UCLA. That is a great quadrant in the bottom half of the region in the West. UCLA, TCU, or Gonzaga. I think UCLA, Gonzaga, Sweet 16. The winner of that matchup goes to the Final Four.
I think I screwed up. In fact, I know I did.
What'd you do?
Boise State doesn't play UCLA.
No.
UCLA plays UNC Asheville.
Now, Boise State could play UCLA in the second round if Boise State were to get past Northwestern.
Okay, I'll take right.
All right, you want to do that?
Yeah, UCLA, no.
So that's our West.
Brentwood, no.
UCLA comes out of that. So who do you got out of that West? Other than Boise State?
No, I'm not taking Boise State all the way out to the Final Four.
Don't put Kansas in the Final Four. I beg of you. Please do not put Kansas in the Final Four.
We'll move on. Iowa State's a toughie.
National championship curse. Iowa State looks really good. They're coming out of the Big 12, which was the strongest conference, but Xavier is the best team in that region. Xavier, Indiana, Elite Eight. Watch it.
Indiana, I would agree with you. I watched a lot of Indiana basketball. Okay, let's go to the South.
Top left quadrant. Creighton looks really good. Baylor's got all their starters back, but they looked really poor in the Big 12 tournament.
I'm taking, by the way, West Virginia over Maryland.
I
watched Maryland.
I can see that.
They did not look good.
No, and Maryland played in a weaker conference in the Big Ten. I mean, still a good conference, third best in Ken Palm's rankings, which is big stat guy.
I'm going to take Utah State over Missouri.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay,
yep.
You know what? I like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I still think Arizona makes it out of that bottom half. Arizona and Creighton. Watch out for the Blue Jays.
Let's see.
San Diego State's going to the Sweet 16.
I hope so.
I think they will beat...
Don't we have a possibility to look good at Alabama?
That's tough. Alabama looks really good, but don't make the same mistake I made last year because I picked Iowa in the Elite Eight, and Iowa's an offensive-heavy team. Alabama's the offensive-heavy team this year. They're the Iowa of last year.
By the way, you know what team I'm sick of?
San Diego State?
No.
Okay.
Michigan State. Sorry, Sparty. I'm sorry.
So you're going to pick USC?
Done. Yes, USC
so
over Michigan State.
So is that 3 10s over 7s?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Wow.
how bold we are here on our...
We
are not a sports show. All right.
You wanted the biggest upset.
Yeah. What is it?
Memphis over Purdue in the round of 32.
Is that Penny's team?
That is Penny Hardaway's team.
See?
And those kids have been playing with him since their AAU days 8-9 years ago. They know, they have chemistry. They know
Stand by. Leroy's asking me, what's AAU?
Little League basketball for high schoolers. That's the best way to describe it.
And your national champion is you freaking CLA.
Yeah, but you haven't even heard who's going to go to the Final Four. Xavier's out of the Midwest region.
I thought you just said we weren't going to do that because we were going to jinx it.
We jumped straight to it. That was the problem.
Okay.
We don't need to jump straight to it.
Go ahead.
Alabama looks really good. I think Alabama makes it to the Elite Eight, but I think either Baylor...
Where's my War Eagle?
Where's
Auburn?
Auburn's a 9 seed.
All right.
Just go look in the Midwest region.
I like that head coach.
Bruce Pearl's a good coach.
Bruce always looks like he's going to have a coronary. And you know I'm right.
Yeah.
He does. Hold on.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, so...
Utah State can be good, but don't... I like Missouri, honestly, if I'm really picking a matchup there.
Chandler with Sports on Twitter at, what is it?
With Sports 17. I don't even check my Twitter.
Well,
but
maybe you should start.
If you're going to pick a team to go out early, a high seed, a number 2 seed usually goes out before the end of the first weekend, get rid of Marquette. Dump Marquette. They are the number 2 seed in the East region. Shaka Smart is their head coach, and he does not do well in the NCAA tournament.
He's had his national run.
National run at VCU. They made it to the Final Four.
But he's been in the national spotlight, I guess.
Yes, he was at Texas. They lost Abilene Christian, ruined my bracket a few years ago.
Shaka Khan.
I don't even know who that is, but still.
You haven't even seen Star Wars.
I'm uncultured, okay?
I love you, kid.
All right. Appreciate you, Steffan. Thank you very much.
UCLA national champions.
UCLA national champions.
Not going to happen. Love you.
Love you, too.
That's how we do it, Leroy. Leroy, your first annual March Madness. Aren't you glad it's not going to happen again for another year?
Yeah.
For Leroy and Lori and Chandler. Steffan Tubbs wishing you a safe and healthy night. And remember our troops. Talk to you tomorrow.
For now, I'm Chandler.
So let it be written, so let it be done. Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back on our next episode with the latest in sports. Right now, we're still working on a website, but if you want to follow us on social media, we are at SR_CWS on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find our podcast on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, you name it. We're on almost every podcast platform. This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler Sports is strictly prohibited.